Hello people, it's Maya. So today I thought I'd have a look at something that I adore having a look at, which is a subreddit by the name of Stuff American People Say. I can't say that word because it's not late enough into the video yet. As an Irish person, I feel I have such a good distinction about Americans in general, because half of them claim to be like me, of where, oh, I have Irish heritage, this is what me and my Irish American family do on a daily basis. Shut up, please. Oh, but yes, checking out, and since the whole Trump takeover of the USA, oh no, we will be having a look because it's gotten even better. The lunacy that the Americans have shown ever since they kind of decided to have this little, like let them do their sandbox. Also over here in Europe, we grinding. We've been here 2,000, 3,000 years. We Gucci. The 250 years they can't hold a candle to us. A Chinese refers to a Chinese takeaway food in the UK, same way an Indian and a Thai. I don't think this is common in other English-speaking countries where they may just say Chinese food or Chinese takeaway. This is something odd that Americans don't like, but let's continue. One of the many reasons American English is superior. No, it's not. But yeah, we just say, like, if I'm getting a spice bag or any other sort of Chinese food, I get a Chinese. Or I get a Thai or an Indian or, a kebab. The favourite thing is that, and this is something my previous partner who was American couldn't understand, was that most Irish places, like most Irish chip shops, are multi-purpose. So you don't just get a chipper in there, you can get pizzas, which is Italian, you can get kebabs, which is like, not Muslim, but like Middle Eastern. You can get all sorts of food, but it doesn't have to be its own restaurant kind of thing, it's you can get them all in one place. You're in America, speak American. 92% of Americans own a car, 70% of Americans own a house. Just because you see cool videos of Japan and Sweden doesn't make the US a third world country. You have no idea how good we have it in this country. Well, America does have some good things about it, like 10% of the population I actually like. America's a hole. Sorry to break it to you. I mean, I don't know if Sweden has many Fent zombies fucking lazing around the streets, or if Japan has that as well. It just seems to be America. But yeah, slowly dipping into a third world country due to its crumbling infrastructure and the fact it's spent the last 20 years in war. But yeah, whatever, as they say. Yeah, and that's exactly your problem. Yankees, you see everything through the lens of GDP, GDP this, GDP that. Meanwhile, you have the highest GDP in the world, and yet your citizens are dying in doctors' waiting rooms. A pathetic country, a pathetic nation, fuck you. Notice how we're discussing this in English and not some Euro-poor language. Let the whole just cur and rope a shin quick on Dean. Europe removed from Trump's new victory in World War II Day and victory in World War I Day. As an American, I think we should definitely involve Europe in our celebrations of ending the war. I mean, they deserve some kudos for the small part they played in helping the US save them from Germany. I don't remember seeing an American flag in Berlin in 1945. I remember seeing a Soviet flag, but not an American one. Huh? The Americans couldn't make it past the Rhine as far as I remember. But yeah, America didn't win anything. Even after that, they then went on to lose to fucking Vietnam and Afghanistan. Alright, the only wars they've won in the last 60 years have been, what? No, the Korean War is still in a stalemate. And then the Grenada invasion, maybe, and the Panama War. Two tiny countries who America ruined with the CIA. Okay. So this is a Twitter one. It's good when we get into Twitter. Let's do this. So wait, no one even knows why 60 people across two countries have been without power for 6 hours. It's Europoors, mostly daisy chain, cobbled together low tech. Ow, and a few work, so it's not necessarily surprising. Isn't the American power grid failing, and you buy most of your electricity from Canada and they threaten to shut it off, so then Trump shit himself, which he has a habit of doing, by the way. Not just even like once. Multiple times he has a habit of shitting himself, and general bowel incontinence. Don't be chatting. Don't be throwing stones in glass houses. Please. please. Oh, brilliant. We're into fucking AI territory. This is amazing. I absolutely hate Twitter for the AI usage and all of this kind of stuff. Like, but just people creating AI images is so fucking stupid. Now that America is back and God is returning to our daily lives, it is every woman's patriotic duty to create sons to build and defend our new kingdom. And then a bunch of AI generated pregnant women wearing white t-shirts and red hats. Top 10 signs you're in a cult. There was something like this in Ireland and the dude got laughed out of the fucking room. There was a councillor in the county of Kildare who wanted to give financial incentives to young women to give up their college careers and working in order to, and he didn't say, oh, have children, have children and enjoy yourselves with your new family. No, he said the word, he wants to breed them. Breed them. Like animals.
A builder from Newbridge says that his victory is a stepping stone to the Dáil, where he wants to bring in incentives to get Irish women to breed more.
This world is fucked. And this dude is like 50 talking about 20-year-old girls. X has lost over 11 million users in the EU in the past 5 months. That's a surprisingly small number considering how censorious Europe is, specifically the UK and Germany have been. Like in the UK, bike and hamster forums had to shut down due to government censorship. It's actually crazy, the stuff that's going on there. First off, what the fuck is the hamster and bike for him? Is that when you fucking run over a hamster with a bike? I don't understand this. Secondly, Europe is not being censored. What? So you can't just harass someone for the colour of their skin? Oh my god, we're being censored. Oh my god, I can't make fun of people just for the colour of their skin or the fact that they're transgender or gay. Bro, get a life. Go outside and get a job. Stop fucking scobing money off the Dáil, like. Oh, yes. This is something that I had to speak about with a partner I had before. American tipping culture. First off, America is extremely dystopian just purely for the fact that you get paid below the minimum wage. And tips are meant to cover the rest of it because of the mandatory tipping culture that they have. So when she worked in El Paso in Texas, she was paid $3.27 or the 29, and then the rest were meant to be covered up by the tips. That's horrifying. Like, even when I worked as a bartender here in Ireland, you still got tips. Yes, they weren't mandatory. And yes, you split them with everybody else on that worked with you on the bar, but you got paid hourly as well. That's just a better system and more sustainable than $3.29. That's dystopian. Europe, I beg you, I implore you, please, please, please do not come to the United States for a vacation. Do not spend your money in this country. Wait until Trump is gone. That's something that I also had to reconsider because of the fact that I may have been put in a small camp in El Salvador just because my government had the compassion to change my documents to say female on them. It's ridiculous that you're suggesting that tourism is the foundation of the European economy. No, it's not. If Europeans stop going to the US Americans stop going to Europe. No, you won't, because I can hear you in Dublin before I see you, you loud, inconsiderate. If Europeans stop going to the US, America will stop going to Europe. And the worst mistake Europe can make is to cut ties with the US. Europe isn't armed. If Russia attacks them without US help, they'll be in trouble. They'll end up speaking Russian in Europe. I just have some things to say. Dassault, Saab, Rheinmetall, many other countries, BAE Systems, baby, we are arming ourselves. And from what I remember, when America came to Europe and said, hey, we're not giving you any more stuff, arm yourselves, and then we started doing it, they started crying because we didn't want to use American technology. Get a grip, please. Breaking news, as of the 26th of April 2025, the USA has officially been added to the Global Human Rights Watch list over the declining civil liberties under Donald Trump. Yes, unfortunately. We will now join Serbia, Pakistan and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Since other countries think so ill of us, we should stop sending money and providing security for them. Okay, well, we're just not going to send your national companies back. Pfizer, that's in Ireland, now we're keeping that. That's ours now. Intel, Apple, Microsoft, that's all ours now, sorry. So, you keep the other things. You keep supplying fentanyl, and you keep Okay, I can't say that about schools. You keep doing what you do, baby. I'm going to keep doing what I do. I'll let the governments rearm all they want. The Vatican asked the Pope Francis' funeral attendees to wear all black. Okay, I think they should have fired him out of a cannon, but that's my diagraph. Everyone's saying that other people wearing blue obviously don't get the point. He's the president. He should respect the funeral wishes. That's kind of his thing. It is to be resemble America, and wearing blue when the Vatican asked for black is disrespectful. Yeah, other people are doing it, but are they the president with a specific job to be professional? The president of the strongest military, lol. Saigon is now called Ho Chi Minh City. He can do whatever he wants. Cry elsewhere. The Pope is overrated anyway. Dude has done nothing but live in riches. Is the Vatican rich? Well, I'm pretty sure the Pope... One of the things for Pope Francis was that he denied the income for the papacy and then lived in a shitty little apartment with everyone else living among the people. From what I remember, at least. They'll be speaking English, which means Europe will soon be a controlled country by the USA. Otherwise, they'd speak their own language. And where do you think English came from? Is fua lumsa gockrod fwy an rudshaw. Oh, beidir beishi ag lewer ta tonga fein. Oh, beidir beishi bacordov lewer ta tonga fein. Tog na vratnach e shin ossen. Is bra lumsa of Emmaguel Gormar, is fade lumsa lewer ta tonga fein. Gurav Mila. It's been proven there's actually more full-blooded Irish in America than there is in Ireland. Wrong. Your blood is diluted with red 40 and fucking tackies, which have 300 grams of salt in them. And 4 different types of fats. Explain that one to me, please. That's like $300. Still expensive. £34,000 is 45,000 USD. Most intelligent American. Yeah, Americans can't understand the fact that the euro and the pound sterling are worth so much more than the American currency. And that was something I really hated about when we served American customers when I was a bartender, is they just come over and they're like, oh, can I pay for this here? And hand me US dollars. And I'm like, no. You have a card? Or euros? Because we don't take your little fucking toilet paper here, please, thanks. Last week, the last local authority in Poland repealed the anti-LGBTQ resolution introduced in 2019. Yes, there are no more LGBTQ free zones that the PiS party decided to implement in Poland. Was very confused until I realised it's Poland, not Portland. Wait till you hear about protests in Georgia. That's my favourite thing about America, is there's like 4 different Dublins in America, but they took names of other places. So the state of Georgia. My favourite clip is of Aidan Ross.
Russia and NATO. But Ukraine and Georgia both wanted to join NATO for a long time. And that...
I gotta be fucking tripping. Is this maybe years ago? How is Atlanta all the way over here?
Forgetting or not knowing that the state of Georgia exists. Not that the state of Georgia, that the country of Georgia exists. And believes that Atlanta is all the way over in Asia. I can't say that. But anyway, my friends, I'm going to leave that here. Thank you very much for watching. Consider subscribing. Drop a comment. Like the fucking video. You better like it. Or else you're going to be trapped in a fucking 1940s hellish hellhole like fucking America. Or third world country fented out your mind. Right. Well, thank you. See you later.